Hey guys, good morning, welcome to the live session with Stock Sniper Trading. My name is Dave, guys, my partner is Ron. Let's get down to business here, guys.
In on US 30, sell, okay? I'm jumping in. Guys, that's a 100 pip drop. Yes, we caught it. Hey, guys, 200 pips, please, secure.
Recording in progress.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining Stock Sniper Trading. My name is Ron. My partner is Dave. Welcome, guys. Today's a special day. It's Friday. It is December 6th, and it's 7:23 a.m. Eastern, and the special day is NFP. This is the last NFP of the year, and the next one we will have is the first Friday of January of a new year in 2025. So, this could be a volatile NFP. It's the last one, guys. So just please, when you are looking to take a trade or if you will be trading, as always, what I can only say is trade with proper risk management. The rest is up to you. If you don't want to trade with proper risk management, again, that's up to you. That's your money, your decision, what you want to do. I will be trading with extreme proper risk management this morning. Don't want to ruin anything. I've had a good week so far. I've been trading more the stock market this week, especially MicroStrategy. That thing is like a yo-yo right now. So I've been trading that for the last few days, and it goes up and it goes down. It's very volatile, just like Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, guys, if you see, hit 104,000 US dollars. It peaked its head up there, and again, it got rejected right back down. So we'll see where it closes today, how it closes the week, and if we can get some traction again above 100,000, or it's going to pull back into the 90s. But Bitcoin conversation is for another time. Right now, what we need to talk about is we'll be talking about US dollar, we'll be talking about gold, and we'll be talking about US job employment numbers, okay? So before we get into the charts, we've got about 1 hour till they release the data of the jobs for NFP at 8:30 a.m. Eastern, and COMEX market opens at 8:20 a.m. Eastern, so we'll be watching that too. So we've got about 45 good minutes to do some analysis on our securities, and then we will get into the charts. Okay, guys? So thanks everyone for joining. Let's have a great session, end the week off, and let's take a look at Forex Factory. Okay, so first thing is, if you were trading early morning session in Europe, in London, there was a little bit of news. Not too much, a lot of yellow impact folders over here, but this is what the entire market is waiting for. So if you've seen gold on the daily when we get to it, you see it's been trading pretty sideways for the last week. It's consolidating, it's flagging. You can see that it could look like a bear flag following that large red bearish candle sell day, but if you look overall, higher time frame above that, you can see that it could be forming into a bullish flag. So again, we don't know the direction. It's kind of a toss up right now, but everything will depend on these numbers over here, okay? So we had some we will be having Canadian employment rate coming out this morning as well at 8:30. We'll have Canadian employment change. You can see these 5 red folders right here at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. The first two are Canadian news. What we will be focusing more on is the latter 3 right here, the 3 US red folders. So number 1, we'll get started with the average hourly earnings month over month. And they're forecasting a decrease in the hourly earnings from 0.4% to 0.3%. We'll see what the actual number is when it comes out. We also have our non-farm employment change. Okay, so this one is pretty substantial compared to the previous NFP. So if you all remember, the previous NFP last month came out and it was 12,000 jobs. And then later on, if you listened to what this was about, why was it so low? They were saying that there was, the previous month, there was hurricanes in the United States, in the southern states. There was some strikes going on with the big companies. Boeing in particular had strikes and layoffs, and but that's what they were attributing to this number 12,000. And now look at the forecast today. 218,000. Okay, so that's a significant number from the previous NFP. So what we want to see is the forecast. Is the actual number going to be somewhere above this forecast or below this forecast? Okay, so if it's about 5,000, give or take, 5,000 above, 5,000 below. So if it's like 223,000 to 213,000, there probably won't be a significant like change. 5,000, it's right around their forecast. But if this number again is something low like this, then that's going to be very volatile, guys, and you better be ready for a roller coaster ride. If this comes out where it's 300,000, that's like 80, 90,000, 100,000 above this forecast, prepare for fireworks again. So you have to understand the volatility that can happen when they release these numbers. There could be multiple fake outs as well. Like markets can fake out after a couple minutes and then go in the original direction. Okay, the reason why they do that is to trigger pending orders, get liquidity, take out the higher leverage traders, and move the markets. Okay, if you saw Bitcoin yesterday, Bitcoin dropped in 1 minute from like 96, 97,000 all the way back down to 91,000 in a minute and recovered it. And what that is, everyone was wondering what that was. It was just taking out high leverage traders. Longs that went 2x, 3x, 5x, 10x, 20x on Bitcoin, they got liquidated. It's that simple. And the markets do this often. It's not anything new. Hopefully you guys see this type of stuff and you guys are understanding now what's going on. So it shouldn't be any surprises. So we might see that with gold in them when they release these numbers. Okay, it could be a very choppy session. If that's the case, then again, just patience, discipline, proper risk management. If there is a trade and you see it and you take it, that's great. If there isn't a trade, there will be more trades next week. Okay, it's not the end of the world. After they release the data for NFP, there is still some news in the markets. Then we will be moving into Wall Street. Wall Street still opens at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. We have member Bowman speaks at 9:15. After Wall Street, 10 a.m. there is some U.S. news over here. Orange folders, medium impact. We got our preliminary University of Michigan consumer sentiment reports and the inflation expectations at 10 a.m. That's when we'll be wrapping up the call right over here. I need to go outside and shovel the driveway. We got pounded with a couple feet of snow the last couple of days. They've canceled my kids' school for the last 2 days. So it sucks. If anyone wants to help me shovel the driveway, you guys can come out and help me out. But it's freezing cold out there too. If you guys like cold, snowy weather, come over here in Canada. And then there's FOMC members speaking throughout the rest of the day, but not Powell. These are the other speakers, Goolsby, Hammock, and Daly. And then that will be wrapping up the end of the day. If you are going to trade Power Hour on a Friday, just remember, are you going to get into a position and hold for the weekend, or will you be exiting the market? And just be careful end of the day, okay? Earnings, there's not much earnings going on pre-market right now. We don't even need to entertain these corporations. They're not any big names. After hours, nothing going on. It's a Friday. Markets are closing, and you should be getting ready for your weekend. Stock Sniper Trading over here. If you want to join the team, we'd love to have you on the team. We do have some specials going on right now for, we've been running for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and we have an NFP sale. This is what I want to talk about right over here, the blog. We do have a free blog for anybody wishes to join this. Here was Bitcoin hitting a new all-time high of the 100K. And then all of our price action, technical, fundamental, risk management, psychological blogs are all over here. If you would like to sign up, just sign up in this blog and you'll get these sent to you guys. Okay. News for the day. There is some news. TD is in the news. Throwing in the towel. TD stock sinks as bank suspends guidance amid review. So TD, as I'm speaking right now, pre-market is down almost 7%. This is big for Canada. This is a large, one of the top big five banks in Canada. TD is having some issues right now. So CIBC, however, Q4 profit up from a year ago, raises quarterly dividend. BMO misses a loan loss provisions far exceeds estimates. So this week, the Canadian big banks have been reporting their financial reports. So that's in the news. GameStop, guys. GameStop shares jump as Cryptic, Roaring Kitty post sparks retail interest again. So Roaring Kitty is coming back in the news. Put GameStop on your watch list and see how that moves. Lululemon earnings. Okay, tariffs. Bitcoin hitting 100,000. What else do we got? If you guys heard this news, the United Healthcare CEO got shot in New York and passed away. So that's in the news, guys, if you want to read a little bit about that. We'll see what happens with the stock market right here. Stock market today, Dow, S&P 500, NASDAQ futures tread water ahead of crucial monthly jobs report. So we'll take a look at that. Nvidia looks like a bulletproof stock. We'll see if that can continue to sustain that big move, and we'll be getting into looking at everything over here. Okay, and over here on Telegram, guys, pinned at the top of the YouTube is a free Telegram channel for you guys. If you'd like to join it, we'd love to have you guys on it. You get access to all of the YouTube videos over here. This is the sale, NFP sale. So if you want to join the team, we'd love to have you. You get the essential 3-month plan with $100 off. And this is the code to use, coupon code NFP 2024. 10 spots available. Love to have you guys join the team, and you get access to everything: live sessions, Scalper Pro, all of our trade ideas, the education, the webinars, the blogs, the Discord community, boot camps that we're going to be doing. We got a new boot camp coming for the first week of the new year on cryptocurrency. It'll be like a 3-4 day boot camp with you guys. We'll do some live analysis and a presentation explaining the excitement of crypto right now. Trade ideas over here from the Scalper Pro, before and after. Nice sell on gold yesterday, and our schedule. Okay, guys, so that's pinned at the top of the YouTube for you guys. If you guys want to join the team, there is some sales going on right now. Okay, everything is 50% off on most of the long-term memberships. Okay, so everyone on Zoom and YouTube, let's get started. Welcome, good morning if you're just joining. Thanks everyone. Pedro, good morning. Sarah, David, Kim, welcome guys. Reese, thank you for joining, brother. Appreciate you as always. Kim, thank you for joining. Conrad, Jonathan, welcome guys. Sang, welcome. Chris, welcome. Thank you for joining. Wayne, Nigraj, welcome. Just send a Nigraj, if you can just send us an email, stocksnipertrading@gmail.com. We'll help you out. Scotty, welcome. Good morning. Kim, Hawktua sold her BTC, I think. Yeah, I was reading about that. CoffeeZilla was on the call, and they kind of pulled the rug, and it looks like, I'm not saying anything about it. I have no idea. I didn't read everything, but they're saying that could have been a scam. They pumped it up, and 97% of the tokens got sold at open on her fans. Guys, you have to be careful what you're doing these days in these markets, okay? Like, she's a nobody, and she said something on the street, and now she created a token in the financial markets. And like, what do you expect? What? Like, it's just, I don't know what to say about that. I'll leave it at that. If you're going to invest with Hawktua and you get the rug pulled on you and you're surprised, basically it's on you. You got to do a little due diligence, like who you're investing your money with or whatever is going on with that. But welcome to the era of getting scammed. So Yep, I saw that, Scotty. The kid that created a meme coin got his live stream, got them all to pump, and yeah, yeah, that was hilarious. And he rugged it for $20,000, $30,000. Yeah, but you're like, what is going on? You're putting money with a kid, like that's. I don't know. I just shake my head, Scotty. Kim, I just shake my head, and it's out there, guys. So you need to do proper due diligence. I would never put a penny of my money into something that I have no idea what it is. I don't know. That's just me. That's maybe I'm a little older than most young traders, and sorry, I've been through a lot, and I work hard for my money. I'm not just going to throw it into anything and just hope for the best. Just because it's a celebrity promoting it, or a person with 15 minutes of fame. I really don't care. That's hard-earned money. And if you lose your money, then who are you going to complain to? I don't know, but that's for another day we'll talk about. Let's get into checking out what's going on with gold. Okay, so let's just pick out we're on the daily. You can see right here. Okay, I know you guys have been frustrating trading gold for the last few weeks, last few days, but look at what you're trading. Look at the consolidation. Since this big red candle at the beginning of the week on Monday, November 25th, this big red candle that dropped, it's just been trading sideways. So it can be considered to be a bear flag and continue to push down, or it could be just like if you look from back here since August, it's making higher lows, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, pull back. This is still a higher low from over here in this structure. So it could be considered to be like a bull flag as well, consolidating and maybe going to push back up and test these highs at 2,700, 2,710 and continue to go. So you have to be very careful. Every single day it goes up, it comes back down. It goes up, it comes back down. Goes up, it came back down yesterday. Going back up today. So we'll see what the job reports, which direction it dictates it goes. And again, it could just close again with a move going up, a move coming back down, and consolidating right in the middle. And again, it's another sideways day with some volatility, taking out some highs and lows. It could finish the day like that as well. So we will figure that out after the markets close. Maybe later this evening or on the weekend, then you can do proper analysis and get ready for the following week after NFP is all said and done. Okay, so we do have our all-time high supply right up here. Are we anywhere near this all-time high supply? No, we're not. That's just right below 2,800. We have not reached up there. Before we can get up to all-time high supply, there is this double top resistance right over here, where this red bar on Wednesday, November 6th, that was the day after the US presidential elections, gold dropped, it retraced right back up, then they rejected it right here, and then that weekly push down came back up exactly right into this area right here, and that point of interest, 2710, they pushed it down, and this is where we are consolidating. So another key area is right here. I'm just going to place like a yellow line there. If the volume gets up here, we do need to watch this area, because you can see how, in fact, this green candle closed above that yellow line, and the volume got up there and then retested, and continued to push for the all-time high. As we came right back down, we touched it, but that volume closed below it. And then look at the green retest coming all the way right back up to that yellow line. Tweezer top highs on the daily. Those are equal highs, and then they pushed it right back down. It came up this week, 5-day week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, starting November 18 up to November 22. And the following week after the weekend, they dropped it right back down. And then this is where we're consolidating in here. Okay, so do we have a nice area of demand? Yes, we do. Right over here, there is some demand right here. And again, we can look at the next time it came into this same block, it respected it and held. So there is some demand at this level at 25.50 for gold on the higher time frame. So let's extend that green box into the future, bring it down. Let's get that wick right there. And so now we have our all-time high supply. We do have some daily demand down here, and this is where we're consolidating right in between. Another support area with a yellow line is right here. I'm going to place a yellow line right here and see if we touch this today down here. So you see this big candle right here, Friday, September 20th, closed above 50% of the volume. It continued to push up. Look at the retracement where it came down red, 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 red. Again, right into 50% of this big, strong daily bar holding. That's why I placed the yellow line there as a point of interest. And that's what kicked up that leg for the all-time high. And then the sell came right back down, all the way back down at this yellow line, but that red bar closed below it, and then it came back out green. They got rejected, so that volume filled back down to that demand area, green box, and then we started again. The big bullish engulfing candle, start that move, and so this is where we are now. Okay, one more interest is this candle. 50% of this big red bar, if I'm just looking at half of it is like right around there, 2670. I got bodies there. I can see in the past how it acted as like resistance right over here. So I'm going to place one more point of interest now, like right inside here. What I can do is also I can put it right at that wick if I like, this green wick right here on Friday, November 29. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep it more consistent with a body to body right there and how it was acting as resistance in the past right there. I like maybe keep it more close to 2669, 2670, and now you can see how it's been trading. So if you've had a difficult time trading or understanding where gold is going to move, I completely understand. There's really no direction. It's good for smaller scalp positions and intraday trading, but looking to continue a long move, it's not there yet. It could easily drop back down into here, depending on the job numbers, or it can continue to drive back up. So let's follow like yesterday's volume and how it's moving today. So yesterday it opened green. It was green a little bit, but look at the whole week. Like as we're coming up, it's getting rejected right here. We came up on Wednesday, they rejected it back down. We came back up on Tuesday this week, they rejected it back down. So there is some resistance up here, and then yesterday was a red candle where it came all the way down, but then look at where we got support down here. We got a wick coming right back up, a wick right here on Monday coming right back up, last Thursday a wick coming right back up. So that's the sideways trading action. There is buyers and there is sellers. Sorry guys, I just got a text right here. Just got a one second, it's an important text here. Okay, so what happened with then? It was a red day yesterday. That was the low. It came back up and it closed right here. So we do have a majority of red volume yesterday. I can look at 50% of that, and that's where our volume is trading right now. We're right about 50% of yesterday's red candle. How did we open today? There was no gaps in the market from yesterday's close to today's open, sideways open around 26.30, 31, and it was a red start where it went down red, 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 came back down here, and that's our low of the day. Okay, so what I'm going to do at the low of the day is place a purple line at our low of the day. It's very, very close to this daily point of interest yellow line right here. So you can see from this drop, it's got a higher low wick today. There's that equal wick right there at that yellow line. So the bulls are still holding the depth of market a little bit on the daily. And there was a good answer by the buyers this morning. We'll find out when we go into the hourly. We'll find out exactly when it hit the low of the day and when it came up. So the buyers were there. They're active. They brought that big red candle back all the way back up to where we opened. So 26.30, 31. I'm going to place a yellow line at today's opening price. It's exactly where it closed there yesterday. So that's a good point of interest. We are currently above the opening price. Okay, so the buyers are there. They're present. They're still holding the opening price. We haven't came back down there. So the volume now is green. We pushed all the way up to there, and that's the highest point we got up to today, 26.45, 46. That's our high of the day. So that's our purple line at the high wick. So now we know our range, how the volume opened, where it went. When we came up there, the sellers were there. They absorbed a few of those buyers, and then they're bringing it right back down. So we still have this green volume. We have currently a daily bullish pin bar on gold. Will it continue to get that buying volume to come up to the high of the day and break out above maybe these wicks and then target this yellow line, maybe even more? Or is it gonna, are the sellers gonna bring it right back down? We lose the majority of our volume in our candle. We come back to our opening day price, and maybe sellers will start to push it back down and fill this wick. But then when we get to the low of the day and our point of interest down here, that's an area we'll watch to see. If we cannot hold this, then there's lots of room for it to push down. If I was continuing to analyze, what I would do is this big gap from this yellow line to the green box, I would figure about 50% of this big bullish candle, figure about 50% there, 25.82. Maybe before it comes down to the green box, maybe there's going to be some buyers that hold it and look for support right here. And with FOMC's volume and volatility, it could definitely break through all of these points of interest, these demand zones, because there's going to be a substantial amount of volatility and volume coming in. Okay, so it's going to be much more volume than what has been trading this week and last week. And overall, it's just consolidating. Okay, so your guess is as good as mine. Will it continue to be bullish? Possibly. Or will it continue to sell? Possibly. Like this is set up for a bearish flag running off of this big red candle and could continue to push down. Or we could also see like a bullish flag and it continue to move up. So we have to wait for the job numbers. There's nothing we can do. If you're speculating right now and you're taking some trades, I would suggest going in a little bit smaller until we get the news. We might have to wait till after the news, 5, 10, 15 minutes to even see a direction. And then maybe there's not even a trade to take. I don't know. I don't know what to say, but we'll play it candle by candle when we get there. So now from the daily, I move to the hourly. These are the 60-minute time frames. So you can see now a little bit, it breaks down the daily candle. So I can see Thursday, 8 a.m., COMEX, some news, 9 a.m., Wall Street, Thursday. Yesterday, there was a little bit of sell on gold, and then it pulled right back up at 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m., right near the end of the day. And then when did they start to drop it down again? The futures market, 7 p.m., 8 p.m., and then it came back up 9 p.m., 10 p.m. Then here we're trading at midnight. Here's 2 a.m. pre-London. Here's London session, 3 a.m., making almost the high of the day. The high of the day, okay, now we can see tapped in at 4 a.m., 1 hour after London, created the high of the day today. The low of the day was created at futures market open, 8 p.m. Eastern yesterday. And when we created the high of the day, 4 a.m., 5 a.m., we came back down. 6 a.m. Now we got pre-market in the US opening up, and then we got this candle right here on the hourly. So do we have anything on the hourly being created? Yeah, there's, like, if you can look at where there is some support on the hourly, where we've had some touches, what I would be looking at is right here. I'm going to just place a white line so you guys can see this. Like over here, when it dropped, but the volume stayed above the white line. Again, it dropped, volume stayed concentrated at that white line, came back down, touched the white line back up, touched the white line back up. Again here, broke the white line, but look at where the volume is concentrated, right at the white line. Here, this red candle closed below the white line, then we got that next push down. Right over here now, the big green candle closed above the white line. We've had a touch at midnight. We've had a touch at 1 a.m., touch at pre-London 2 a.m. It bounced off of it and back up. This red bar just closed below it at 5 a.m., but it quickly got gobbled up. And look at what we're retesting right now. We're retesting again the white line. So if you're telling me where there is some hourly support around this white line, 26.36, 26.35, around here, there is some hourly support being created, but that's just minor support. It's not as strong as daily or like the low of the day or anything like that. Okay, so we could just be trading in here. We're going to see. We're not too far off of the high of the day, so we'll see if we can break through there with some news, and then just look above the purple line. If it does break above the purple line, look at where the hourly resistance is. I'm going to just place a white line like right here. I can see how it acted as support over here. There's a wick touching it, a wick touching it. This is where the red candle closed below it. Then we got that drop. Again, when the buyers came right back up, you see how they rejected at the white line. That's the hourly resistance. Push back down. Again, it came back up. There's that hourly resistance repeating itself, pushing the market back down. There's another retest of it and another retest of it. So if we can break our high of the day, 26.45, around 26.55 is that hourly resistance you can see in the past. Might come all the way up there and get rejected right at that white line again, or continue to break out of there. And if it does, our yellow line is right here at 26.68. That's that daily point of interest of resistance. Okay, so hourly candle currently, it's a spin top with red volume. It doesn't even know where it wants to go either. It opened, it came up bullish up here, went back down to that white line and coming right back up. There's some red volume. It's going to close in 6 minutes, and then we're getting into 8 a.m. So let's go to the 5 minutes and just look at how the fives are trading. They are moving, like for a scalper. They're moving pretty nice. Like there's nothing wrong with the 5-minute candles. There is some volume. There's a little bit of 5-minute resistance now right here at 26.41. You can see that the 5-minute resistance. So what I do is, so that we can all see like 5-minute resistance, I'm going to place this red line like right there at 26.41. I can keep it right at the bodies. If I put it right at the bodies, then I see impulse, impulse, impulse above it. It's an M top actually, so a double top. Even on the 5 minutes, you can see came up, there's a neckline, came back up, 2 tops, and now they're pushing it down. Will it come all the way down to that hourly white support? Will it break a little further? But that's what we'll watch for. Okay, we'll stick with the 5-minute time frame for the next little bit. We'll add the Scalper Pro. Maybe this will give us a little indication of what's going on for some sells, for some buys. So the Scalper Pro came in at 4 a.m. with some sells at the high of the day. Looked pretty accurate coming down. Then there was a Scalper Pro buy down here at 6 a.m. bringing this leg up. And we'll continue to watch what's going on. Okay, Frankie, welcome. Kool-Aid, welcome. Thanks, guys, for joining. Everyone on YouTube, thank you guys for joining. Movie Shots, welcome. Good morning. Jason, welcome. Thank you all the way from South Africa. Good morning. Joker, welcome. Ling, Abdullah, welcome. Meldon, good morning. Thank you guys for joining. Okay, so what time is it? 7:55. We have about 25 minutes to go for COMEX, and then we get NFP at 8:30. So what I'm going to do, so it's not a chaotic call, is I'm going to leave gold over here on the left, and I'm going to do an index right now. So we can watch both of them during NFP. We can watch gold and we can watch index. So I'm just going to go ahead and do NASDAQ right now. I'm not even going to play the game where we need to choose what we're going to do. I have it on NASDAQ. Let's just do NASDAQ. NASDAQ might be a shitty pick. It might be a great pick. Who knows? But we'll follow tech this morning. I could do US 30. I could do Dow Jones. I could do S&P. It doesn't really matter. Let's just get one in and let's watch 2 of these securities. Whether this is the good pick or the bad pick, I don't know. That's welcome to the game of trading. So what I'll do is we'll do a top-down analysis on NASDAQ, and we'll keep both of them side by side right before COMEX and right before NFP. Okay, so let's start off on the daily on NASDAQ. And yes, I know gold is moving. You can buy and sell right now till your heart desires. You can do whatever you want, but we're going to focus more on the bigger news session. Okay, yes, there is some scalps you can be making. Gold will be going up and down as I'm talking, and it might even trade sideways. But if you're going to trade, please manage your trade and use proper risk management. That's all I can say on this call. So let's get through NASDAQ. And while I'm doing NASDAQ, you're going to see we're going to go into 8 a.m. A new hourly candle will open, so it could affect whatever you're trading. So just be prepared. Okay, so we had this prior all-time high in July on NASDAQ. We had a new all-time high right over here in November, and we have a new all-time high that tapped into yesterday. 21,535. Okay, and look from the bottom. It's been making a bottom here, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, and new all-time highs. So there's a lot of buying pressure in tech on NASDAQ. We do have some critical areas that we can look for on the daily. Okay, so number one is this prior all-time high in July was resistance. Some green volume closed above it right there, and you can see how it kind of retested and held. So this area I'm making on my charts as a green box and bringing it into the future. So if NASDAQ ever pulls back down into 20,700, 650, that's where buyers could be on the higher time frame, ready to scoop up that pullback and take it back up. If we cannot hold this zone, yes, then we might drop a little further, but this zone still has not been tested yet from this all-time high yesterday. Okay, do we have another zone above us before we can get down here? Yeah, right about here. There is this previous all-time high right over here that was resistance. If you see all of those wicks in there, these are individual daily candles. So you had a wick there, wick there, wick there, wick there, wick there. Almost 5 days, more than 5 days of getting rejected there. And if I bring that across, I can see the volume now, green volume above there. So if I draw this across into the future, I can see that this might act as maybe a pending area of demand. We still need to pull back into this green box, 21,150. If this can hold up, we don't even need to revisit down here. Maybe there is going to be a higher low base of support. If we can't hold here, then we'll have this imbalance filled down to this green box. Okay. And what do we have above here? We don't know. This is new price discovery. It could continue to go. You got to kind of use either your Fibonacci extension tool to figure out some levels up there, or use your psychological numbers to figure out where it could go. Everyone has their own style of doing it. I have my own style of doing it. Again, I ask you what time frame are you trading, so that will all depend. If you're on the lower time frames, go up by a quarter increments, 25 points. Like if it's at 500, go 525, 550, 575, 600, 625, 650. That's for if you're a 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute trader looking for small scalps in between. If you're more of an hourly or higher time, go 100 points up. Go from 500, your next line 600, 700, 800, 900. Then when you get to that whole psychological number like 22,000, that could be your bigger daily block. Maybe draw a zone up there. Okay, everyone has their own method of doing it. You do it how you want to do it. Okay, so let's now figure out what's going on with NASDAQ. Do we have an all-time high supply? Yes, we do. Those 2 days where it pushed up there, they are wicks now. And I bring that box down to the body and a body right here. And I stretch it across into the future. Okay, so we came in there Wednesday of this week, very big day. Wednesday was a great day in the market, strong day, and we got rejected a little bit. The next day, Thursday, it continued to push out of there. That's the new all-time high. Then it came back down. Are we still above 50% of Wednesday's volume? Yes, we are. Fib extensions, Patrick. How do you use Fib for price discovery? Fib extensions. There's Fib retracement tool. That's one we mostly everyone uses. But then if you add an extension tool, you'll get your levels, your ratios above, and it will plot it for you automatically. Okay. So following now today's NASDAQ volume. There's not a lot of volume in NASDAQ this morning. You can see it, but we'll see more as we get the job numbers and we move into Wall Street. We'll get more volume. So what happened? Where we closed yesterday, we opened. Okay, so that's that point of interest on a daily. I use a yellow line. And then I see, is there any gaps in the market that need to be filled? Was there a gap down or a gap up? No, there wasn't. Where it exactly closed yesterday, it opened today. When we opened today, it was a red day. It came down. Red. We took out yesterday's low and continued to push down there. That's our low of the day. 21,390 is our low of the day. Purple line down there for NASDAQ. What I look at is, are we still now above 50% of this big green candle? Yes, we are. So it is. That was a pullback to about 50% or above and still holding. That's why we found our buyers. So when it came to the low of the day, the buyers were present there and pushed it all the way right back up to where we opened, and we continued with bullish volume coming all the way through here up to there. So if you're just looking at 50% of yesterday's red volume, where it opened and where it closed, half of yesterday's red volume is right around here. We kind of traded right into it, and the sellers were present. They absorbed them, and then they started to push it down. So this is where our volume is now. So we do have, so far, a high of the day right up there. We do have some green volume. Okay, now we're just trading sideways. We got a green body, red body, green body coming up. They could easily push this back down, or the buyers could trade it back up to the high of the day and start to trade into that all-time high supply and maybe continue pushing out of here. Okay, or it could just kind of consolidate inside this range today and going into next week for the start of the week. We could just continue consolidating. Like you see, gold has been consolidating for almost 1 or 2 weeks. NASDAQ might need to come up green a little bit, go back down red a little bit, come down red, go back up green. Maybe the volume at the end of the day is still inside this box and needs more time to consolidate. More sellers will accumulate at all-time high supply, more buyers will be accumulating, and then we got to wait maybe till next week to see what's NASDAQ's next move. Is it going to be another leg up through here for a new all-time high, or is it going to be a potential pullback coming down into here? And if you break this low of the day, it could drop, it could come down red, red, red. Will it come all the way back down into the green zone? I don't know, but there's a level right here. So I always look at like closing candles and opening candles. Right here it closed, right there it opens. Maybe it just fills from right down there and comes back, revisits this area and finds support there and goes back up before it comes down into the green box. So this area is another daily point of interest with a yellow line for me that I will watch if it gets down there. Now what I can do is break this daily candle down into the hourly and figure out what could happen up here. So hourly, and what it also tells me is when it hit the high of the day, when it hit the low of the day. So I can see as we were coming down, when was it? Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern, it started to trickle down and push down. Our low of the day right there was made at 6 p.m. Eastern, hit the low of the day. We're trading right here. Here's the futures market, 8 p.m. We continue just sideways trading, green, red, green. Going into, when did we have a little bit more volume enter the market? Right here at 3 a.m. Eastern is London market open. That's what made our high of the day. You can see London's candle, hourly candle, made our high of the day. And 4 a.m. red, 5 a.m. red, 6 a.m. This is pre-market New York now opening up. That's the low of pre-market New York is a higher low from the low of the day, the purple line. And then since then, it's been coming right back up. Are we going to test the high of the day and move a little higher into the all-time high supply? Or are the sellers going to bring it right back down to test the daily point of interest, maybe the low of the day, and hourly now? These are hourly candles in between the low of the day and that daily point of interest. You got hourly structure. I could easily find where to place a white line and find hourly support. Okay. What does it look like that's being created right now on the hourly on NASDAQ? It looks like kind of like a double bottom. Okay, here was one leg down. You see all the way down is the low of the day, but look at where the volume is concentrated. It's concentrated at the yellow line here, here, and here, and here. Okay, so there's the bottom. We come all the way right back up. That's where we get rejected. There's our neckline. That's London market open and 4 a.m. We come back down. Look at where it comes back down, concentrated right near that daily yellow line, and the volume is still respected there, and then it's coming right back up. So it looks like, yeah, it's not the greatest drawing, but it does look like a W. This is the second leg coming back up, and this is our resistance at the high of the day. Are we going to break through this and come trade into the all-time high supply? And look in the all-time high supply. If you look around 50% of it, from the bottom of the red line to the top of the red line, look at where we got hourly bodies, rejections. I would place a white line right in there. Right there, a white line showing me, because I'm looking at the hourly time frame right now. So I can see when hourly volume traded right into power hour right there on Wednesday, it got rejected back down. It came back in Thursday, 7 a.m., 8 a.m. Here's Wall Street, kind of impulsively broke through there and it dropped back down. You had that one big candle yesterday at noon, close up there. That was the new all-time high right there. So if you want now time in sales, yesterday, December 5th at noon, that's when we hit our new all-time high, and then they brought it right back down. So that could be, if we cut through here, that could be where there's resistance, 21,500. Psychological number, and maybe a lower high before they come back up to the all-time high. It could easily just, they're making the move, they're sucking in buyers now, and then when they release the news, NFP or Wall Street market open, then maybe they'll dump it back down. Who knows? Okay, we got to figure out how the volume closes, where it closes, what the news numbers are. Let's go into the 5 minutes now. So if you're scalping, like I'm a 5 minute, 3 minute, 1 minute scalper, I enjoy trading this time frame. But you can see sometimes it comes down, it goes back up. Sometimes it goes down, it goes back up. Sometimes it goes down, goes back up. So you got to have some type of strategy if you're trading these lower time frames. They're not the easiest to trade. They are difficult at times. They can be frustrating. Especially when you go into profit, you don't know what to do. Should I go to break even? Should I take some out? What should I do? Should I hold for a bigger move? Lots of questions, guys. But with more experience, you'll learn exactly what to get out of these. Okay, so right now, 5 minute volume is just trading through here, consolidating. You got 3 green bars come up, 3 red bars come down. 4 green bars come up, you got a red one that wants to come back down. So we're consolidating right in here. Will it continue to move to the right there? We're not too far away from the high of the day, 460. Maybe we move a little further up there. Maybe they bring it back down. And this is the range. That's the high of the day, and that's the low of the day from NASDAQ. Okay, it's not a big range today. If you just get your measuring tool and measure from the low of the day to the high of the day, it's only 70 pips. Like, it's not a huge range, guys. So that's today's daily candle. It's kind of consolidating. Let's leave these two side by side now. It's 10 after 8, so we got 10 more minutes to COMEX and then 20 more minutes to go for NFP. So NASDAQ is on the right side of my screen, and we do have gold on the left side of the screen. So gold kind of made this double top and started to push right back down. The white line is that hourly support. You can see now the volume is below the white line. We might get further pushed down, or buyers might bring it back up and close it above here. Okay, so do you guys have any questions about anything? Jessica, is it going to be a buy or sell? I have no idea right now. I don't know. I'm going to wait for the news to come out. It's hard to say right now. What do you guys think? Like, is it too early to think of what gold? Like, first of all, what security are we talking about? When we say, is it going to buy or sell? I don't even know what security you're talking about. I assume you're talking about gold. But I don't know. Barney, do I think gold has been waiting for NFP to make a big move? Yes, I do. Personally, it is the last job report of 2024. So it's not just gold is waiting for this job report. The entire financial markets, the entire financial sector is waiting for this last report and then to see how things move into our last FOMC session, which will be December 18. So this job report could definitely impact our interest rates when Powell comes to the podium for the last time this year in December 18. Will they hike? Will they cut? Or will they pause? Last month's NFP report was a crazy one. Like you saw, it was only 12,000. And what really affected that was the hurricanes they were saying. Boeing and other companies had went on strike, had layoffs that affected it. So let's put that all aside. Let's say that was a fluke month, like natural disasters do happen, hurricanes. California right now has had a earthquake. So will that affect the job numbers and things like natural disasters? We can't account for that. If it happens, it happens. If there's strikes, ongoing strikes, that could affect job numbers. But let's say now that this is a clean month, we haven't had any natural disasters, there hasn't been any financial strikes with companies, then maybe we can get more of an accurate number. Because if you look at last month's report, look at the numbers here. 12,000, and then look at this forecast for non-farm employment, 218,000. That's 200,000 more jobs in the forecast than the last month. So that's what I'm saying. Was last month kind of like a fluke? And then we got to see the data over here that's going to be released. So I would be careful. Is just tread careful. When you're asking now about risk management, I'm going to ask you, is this a session is this an NFP that you want to go higher risk? And no, this is one maybe you reduce your risk, maybe not even trade at all, maybe just see what happens. I don't know. Everyone is different with their trading. So I can't give you a cookie cutter answer for everybody. All you can do is just tread careful, use appropriate risk. If you're gonna go in a buy on gold and you got your stop loss down here, just make sure you calculate how much of a stop you have. Are you okay with that loss if it does get hit? Are you giving away your weekly profits? Are you giving away your monthly profits? Are you blowing up an account if you have your stop loss down there? If you're going into a buy, if you're going into a sell and your stop loss is up here, how much are you risking? What lot size? What contract size are you using? Is it going to do detrimental account to you? You got to ask yourself these questions, guys, when you're trading. Otherwise, if you don't feel comfortable trading news, if you don't feel comfortable trading Fridays, avoid these days. Avoid them. That's up to you. Some traders, Fridays are their best days. Some traders, Fridays are their worst days. These days can psychologically affect you going into the weekend. If you take a massive loss and you blow up your account, you gotta live with that. You gotta understand. You're going into the weekend, you're thinking about that the entire weekend. That'll affect you how you start your next week's trading. So always just proper risk management, stay positive. You do take losses, I take losses, but I haven't blown up an account in years. I haven't pissed away all my profit in years. No, that's how I continue growing my account. So just to switch off topic right now, I've been trading MicroStrategy all week, this week. So I got in back on a pullback. I added another position. When gold broke, or not gold, when Bitcoin broke 100,000 and went to 104, I was in from 396, and I waited till pre-market and I cashed out. I had a trailing stop loss. I got tagged at $440 a share, brought in $12,000 on top of that 6,000, and now again I'm just waiting for a position. I'm looking to maybe take another position on the weekend, see if maybe Bitcoin is going to continue to drive. Maybe I stay away from MicroStrategy this weekend because of the job numbers that are coming out. That'll affect Bitcoin too. So I'm on the sidelines now, guys. But MicroStrategy, some of you guys have messaged me and said, Ron, what is this like to trade? This is a very volatile security over here, MicroStrategy. You can see in one day, look, it can be down 5%. Some day, like the other day, it was up 12%, even in the after hours. It follows Bitcoin, but it's kind of like a hedge. Like I'm long on Bitcoin, so I like to play with this a little bit. And do your due diligence, understand what MicroStrategy's strategy is, understand who's behind this, Michael Saylor, and understand, again, what it is. You can trade this through options, or what I've been doing is I'm buying straight equity. I'm buying shares of the company. I'm not even option trading. I like to buy pullbacks. I like to buy areas of support, hold for half a day, swing trade it, make 5-10%, get my money, get out, and rinse and repeat. So that's just showing you guys what I've been trading this week. Okay, guys, so let's get ready for COMEX market open. We'll be in 2 more minutes to go, okay? And then COMEX. So COMEX relatively affects gold. That's what it is, commodities exchange open, but also crude oil could be affected. Any precious metals that you're trading, gold, silver, and the others can be affected. Will it affect NASDAQ? Possibly, maybe, but I believe that the index is waiting more for NFP, okay? And look at our candles that we're getting, kind of like spin top indecision, just not the greatest candles. So currently we do have a leg selling down, making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. Again, okay, right before news, okay, in 10 minutes, make sure you're looking at your spreads, okay? Some of you guys are trading Forex, some of you guys are trading futures, some of you guys are trading a demo account. I don't know what you guys are doing, okay? But everyone is different here. But number one thing you need to do is when you place a trade, whether it's a pending order or it's a market execution, make sure you're looking at your spreads. Okay, for everybody, it's going to be completely different. For some of you guys might not have spreads. You're trading futures. For some of you guys, if you're trading Forex, you have got spreads. Okay, so spreads eat away at your profit. So make sure if they're very, very high spreads, maybe stay out of the market for a little bit because you're going to get a horrible fill. Okay, so I like to look at what the spreads are right now trading prior to news and then how they change when there is news. Also slippage. When you place a trade, you might get slipped up. So some even prop firms don't even allow you to trade news. Okay, so these are all things that you need to figure out. Okay, so gold currently is pushing down. We had a prior low right here. Okay, so at 6 a.m. We didn't start the call till 7:15, I believe. But if you were trading at 6 a.m., that was the 6 a.m. low, almost near the daily point of interest. And since it made that low, it had this leg coming right back up, kind of two tops up there, double topped, and coming right back down. Okay, so is it going to hold here? Are the buyers going to step in? Now this hourly white line that used to be support is now resistance going forward. Will it continue to stay resistance and push back down? Will gold buyers bring it right back up above this white line, build off of this, and then drive it back up here? Okay, and also if you go into a trade and you're going to profits, just a suggestion is I would be moving my stop loss and trying to get it to a break even. That's just a suggestion. That's how you can minimize your capital at risk. Yes, at times you might take a break even trade, but the majority of your trade is you're not losing your hard-earned money, your capital. That's the name of this game, is to protect your capital. Next thing is to protect your profit, and that's the recipe to grow an account. The recipe to blow up an account is to obviously trade with higher leverage, trade with higher risk, and not use a proper stop loss or go to break even or do any of those things. Again, that's up to you. I decided over the years what is going to be working for me. I used to trade like that. I used to trade when I first started, high risk, high leverage. Didn't give a shit about a stop loss. Didn't care about. I used to risk an entire account on one trade. Yes, I used to do that when I first started. I had no idea what was going on. I had no guidance. I didn't know. I thought you could get rich quick. That's what I was trying to do. Deposit $5,000 into the market of real money, not a prop firm, 5,000, and use that 5,000 with all kinds of high lot sizes and betting on these type of events, thinking that I'm going to double, triple, quadruple my money. And before I knew it, I lost all that $5,000 trading reckless, trading with no stop loss. Some of you guys still trade like that. When are you guys going to learn that that's not the way to trade? For some of us, it takes a long time and a lot of money lost in the markets to figure that out. But for some of you guys are doing great too. You figured it out and you guys are working on growing the account slowly. Surely it's growing. It's taking more time than expected, but it's growing. That's the main thing. I would rather grow an account over a year or 2 years than lose all my money in a week. Like, just common sense. Take your time, guys. Okay, so now NASDAQ is pushing down. This is COMEX market open right now, 820. So it's sold all the way down, okay? And just look at the candles. It closed 99%, 99.9% right at the low. Like look at that tiny wick. And look at where they opened it, okay? They opened it now COMEX, and look at how it came down. Equal bottom low. Like if I'm to draw a line right at those two little wicks, they're equal. 2633.95 are the same, okay? So is that by chance that they did that? No, it's all, I'm not even going to say the word, but that's an equal bottom low. Okay, those are tweezer bottom lows, and look at the big injection of big green volume. So if you're a trader and you sold and you didn't do anything down there, this is where they get you. They get you with a big, massive green candle coming back up. And buyers could buy up here and then they bring it right back down. Okay, so let's wait for this body to close in the next 25 seconds. Figure out where it will close. Remember this hourly white line? See how now it's back in play. So the green volume is right back above that hourly resistance. Okay, so you see how they saved gold right there. It was dropping down. That was the 6 a.m. low. This is the daily point of interest. We closed above it. So now this white line is hourly support. If it pulls back, I want to see if the hourly buyers will protect here. If I'm looking at 50% of that green candle, I could do that too. Figure out use my hourly white. There's about 50% of that. If it still maintains that zone, then more buyers could populate and come back in. So I'm just kind of setting this all up just right before we get into NFP. But NFP could definitely just cut through all of this shit. Probably won't even respect this stuff because NFP is going to be very volatile. Okay, so slowly it's still building. NASDAQ, what did it do? It broke that 5-minute low. Broke, came back up, closed, and now you got a bullish engulfing candle printing again. We're still in this consolidated flag, sideways. No real move yet. And then if you're looking at Forex Factory, there should be a countdown. There it is, 3 minutes and 45 seconds. Okay, we're going to have those Canadian news come out. But more concern, the market is waiting for this. Average hourly earnings, yes, but more so the number, okay? Big number, big difference from last month, and the unemployment rate as well. So it's the same, 4.1%. We'll see if this changes. So this will be released in 3.5 minutes. Buckle up, everybody. If you are in a trade, I wish you the best. There is buyers that are buying and there's sellers that are selling right now, okay? And then there's individuals who are on the sidelines watching. Okay, so now you got a big red candle coming right back in to that green box. But like I said, there's more volume now, so it might not respect these zones like it does on a normal trading day. Now, question is, do we trade right away at 8:30? Do we wait? I don't know. That's a question you need to answer. Do you want to wait the first minute to close? Do you want to wait the first 5 minutes? Do you want to wait the first 15 minutes? Do you want to wait till 9 a.m.? Let me say something right now while we have 2 minutes. You need to have a trading plan for a normal trading day, for a day when there's high impact news. You can't ask 1 minute before what are you going to do? Then I can tell that you have no idea what you're doing or you have no plan. Okay, so you got to know this before you take a trade. This will help make you a better trader where you're not guessing. Guys, please, if you can, after this call, work on those things. Have some sort of, like, there is traders in our group that are saying, I'm not taking a trade for the first 15 minutes. I'm just going to watch what happens. That's a plan. Going into this event, that's what they're doing. No matter if it goes up or down, they're going to wait 15 minutes to give them maybe a possible direction. Some traders are waiting till 9 a.m. until all of this goes. It's like a storm. Some traders will wait for this entire storm to pass until they take a trade. There are some traders that are reckless that want to just go right through the storm. That's up to you, but you got to understand it's going to be volatile. And if you get stopped out or you lose money, then don't complain. You got no one to complain to. We've all gone through it, but you got to learn your lesson. If you don't learn a lesson, then you're going to continue to make the same mistake over and over and over. You'll do it NFP, you'll do it on FOMC, you'll make the same mistake on Wall Street market open on Monday morning, you'll do the same thing over and over and over. And also, your first trade, if you're going to take, is it going to be a leverage trade or are you going to go more smaller and just feel out what's going on? These are questions that you need to understand. Okay, here we go, 10 seconds, so be ready. Okay, so I'm just going to eliminate this green box because it's irrelevant right now. Now we're going to have bigger volume coming in the markets. Let's watch what they do. Are they going to take out this daily point of interest down here, take it out? Okay, big green candle coming in hot. Okay, it's the first 5 seconds. Okay, this is gold. NASDAQ, okay, created a low bottom wick. Is it going to take out the high of the day with this volume? Okay, they rejected it right below the high of the day. I'm going to just look at the numbers really quickly. Sorry, guys, I got to get off the chart. Okay, so unemployment increased 227. Job numbers look good. Okay, so the numbers came pretty good. US dollar is dropping. Gold is looking strong. NASDAQ is looking strong with the US dollar currently. This is the first 45 seconds. Okay, so it did open, came up green, 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 green. They rejected it right below the high of the day. They're pushing it right back down. Where will this body close? So if I look at the volume, and the volume is just still barcoding. Red, green, red, green. Will it come back up, fill the wick? Will it close above here? Are we going to take out the high of the day or are they going to reject all this? Okay, I'm still waiting. No trade. Maybe I'll wait for this first 5 minutes to officially close. NASDAQ, look at it. They opened it up red, 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 red. They took out the daily point of interest here. Still respected the 5-minute price action and coming up where it created a new high of the day. Will it close above there? Will they push it down? This is volatility now. Look at this. Look at the range. Look at gold. Okay, is this going to turn into a big fuck you candle? Sorry guys, about that language. I'm that's French Canadian. So look, it came up green, green, green. Big FU. Okay, fuck you. That's what they said to the buyers in whatever language you want to talk, English, French, German. That's how you can say FU to them. Okay, they came right back down. The sellers who were selling, now they're getting frustrated. Now it's coming right back up. Look at the volume. It's still contained in this little zone right here. Okay, this is frustrating a lot of traders right here because they want to gamble on this with the shitty spreads, with shitty fills. If that's what you want to do, that's learn your lesson, guys. My dad used to always tell me that. Sometimes, son, you need to learn your lesson. No matter how much my dad tells me that's the right thing to do, that's the wrong thing to do. As a kid, I never listened to him. And I always had to go. If he told me don't touch the oven when it's hot, what do? I go run up to the oven and I'm touching it. And when I burned my hand, my dad said, see, you learned your lesson. Don't touch it next time. So sometimes us as traders, we got to learn a lesson. If we do something silly, if we lose money, you'll learn your lesson. I tried to tell you, maybe just avoid this candle at all costs. NASDAQ is looking really good. US dollar is tanking right now. US dollar is down to 105.45. Okay, so now you got to pick and choose. What security do you want to trade? Do you like NASDAQ? Do you like gold? We have about a minute left to go. This is just the first 5 minutes of news. Okay, we haven't even finished the first 5 minute candle yet. It hasn't even closed. And look at what we got. Look at the range, guys. Okay, number one, the range of that entire candle. So your stop loss, if you are a buyer or you're a seller, that's about approximately 125 pip candle in the first few minutes. Okay, it went from 26.31 all the way to 26.43.44. That's a massive candle. Okay? Same with NASDAQ. Look at this thing. Okay, here's the close in 30 seconds. So, do we get any direction of that gold? No, look at the volume. It's still barcoding. Red, green, still right in this little tight zone. But what did they do? Yes, they took out stops up there and they took out stops down there. And look at how ugly this candle closes. This is a disgusting spin top, like pin bar. It's gross. Here's the close. Okay, so closed, green volume. Okay, but remember, the green volume has to fill this upper wick. There's probably going to be some resistance, and maybe they're going to push it back down. Okay, and then if I look to see if NASDAQ comes back down, if it comes back down red, I'd like to see, are the buyers going to be here at the previous high of the day at this purple line, or are they going to be, what you should be doing is number one, figuring out where's 50% of this big green candle. Open, close if you have to like this. Figure out right there, there's 0.5. Okay, I can draw a zone, one notch above that 618, one notch below that 382. There it is. You see how now it's kind of like that previous resistance where the double top was. Now it's acting as support. So there's my zone. If NASDAQ pulls back into this green box, if you want to buy NASDAQ, this might be an opportunity to look for a pullback buy in the green box. If it gets in there, okay? Gold is doing absolutely nothing right now. And then if you are going to trade, whether you're buying or selling, make sure you determine now the range. There's a bigger range. You got to determine how much you're willing to risk on a trade like this. Are you going to risk 10, 15, 20 pips? You might potentially get stopped out. You might have to increase your risk, but lower your position size. Okay, and then if you look at an overall pattern on gold, there was one bottom. Okay, there was our neckline. Let's see the volume again, holding that second bottom. So as it's coming up right now as I'm speaking, will we get, look at, we haven't had a body of volume close above that double top. Yes, we just had the news that broke out, created that higher high, but do we have a 5-minute body that can close, maybe retest this, then we continue to drive for the high of the day and more, okay? So again, you might want to patiently wait to see if a volume bar will close above there. Otherwise, it could just come up and get rejected right back down. That's the worst part of trading, is the waiting game. When do you wait? When do you get in? When do you take a trade? Okay, and then if you just want to talk kind of about the numbers that just got released, okay, remember we were talking about the previous, okay, so they revised. Remember that was 12,000. Now they revised it to 36,000. 218 was their forecast, came out 227. So the numbers were good, above the forecast. It completely destroyed even last month's 12,000 and their revised numbers. Average hourly earnings have gone up since the previous month, and the unemployment rate went up. Okay, so that's not good. Unemployment rate is going up 4.2%. So that's why technically it's looking good for gold right now as the US dollar is selling. NASDAQ is pushing. Remember, this red box is the all-time high supply. Okay, that's the all-time high right up there, the top of the red box. That was that hourly resistance we were looking at right over here on the hourly candles. NASDAQ is cutting right through this right now, looking very, very strong. Gold, okay, we have one more minute. Now we got that volume back up there. So let's see if gold on this 5-minute bar can close with the volume above here, okay? And see if it can hold as some support. If you haven't bought NASDAQ, and again, you're buying the high right now in the all-time high supply, close to that. Do you want to wait for a pullback back down in here, or do you want to just buy the high? If you are going to buy up here, make sure your stop loss is somewhere below here, so that if there is a pullback and you still want to hold the trade, you might get the pending buyers stepping in. That's always the tough part of buying a high before a pullback, is that you have to assume that the next candle is going to open and continue to go. Because if it opens red and pulls back, you're automatically in drawdown. So it's very difficult to either wait patiently for a pullback, or do you just buy? Okay, here's gold. Volume did close above. Okay, so it did. Here's the retest now. See how it's coming down red, red, red? You could also look at maybe the zone right here. Okay, right below that red line right there. Okay, so this is kind of the zone. If it continues to hold in here, then yes, it could come up and take out the high of the day, and maybe gold could be looking for continuation on the buy. That's the first retest so far. Red bar on NASDAQ, and it's 840. So 845 will be getting a new 15-minute candle as well. Okay, so gold kind of flipped. Okay, will it have enough momentum to take out that high and that high? Not too far off of the high of the day up here. Okay, still red candle, coming back down now. So this is now the second attempt coming into the green box. Will it get a wick coming back up? Or no, it's a red engulfing candle now. Okay, so we'll see, can it hold the green box, or will it come back down? And NASDAQ now, so if you were looking to buy, now it's a red candle coming down. How far down will it come? If it comes down into the green box, that might be an opportunity there. There's a big wick Okay, so the first big wick on gold, it came right down to the bottom of that green box and went right back up. As soon as it came right back up, they slammed it right back down. Okay, so is it going to hold, or are the sellers going to continue to push it down a little further? So right now you see how it's currently holding, but every time it gets a wick and goes back up, it picks up a bid. But every time it comes up, then the sellers are absorbing it and dropping it right back down. Coming right back down. See how it went right back up and it's coming right back down. See how it just went down and it's coming right back up? And so this is one of those tough candles. It's a candle that's battling with the sellers and the buyers currently. And there's still 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. So half of the candle is exhausted. Half. It's like halftime now. If you watched last night's football game, amazing. Green Bay and Detroit, fantastic game. So this is a battle. Now look at the sellers are winning it. They cut right through that green box. They continue to push it down lower. But are we going to continue to grab some buyers and bring it right back up? Or will this candle officially close in 2 minutes down here? Will it flip and turn back up here? So sometimes you just got to, whether you're in a trade or not in a trade, or you're on the sidelines, you got to just stay with the volume of your security and just figure out what's going on. See how it came all the way down there, and then the buyers are bringing it right back up? The sellers are bringing it right back down. How do you even figure out which direction this is going to go in until it closes? It's not easy, guys. But being on the sideline with no money at risk, I can determine. I can sit here and look it, watch it. I'm not in this trade, so I don't really have to worry about, am I at a loss? What's going on? Where's my stop loss? I'm just continuing to watch. Now look at NASDAQ. For all those buyers I wanted to buy in that all-time high supply, now you get a pullback. You just saved yourself. If you wanted to buy up here, look at the pullback. It's a 35 pip pullback. You could buy now down in here, saved yourself 35 pips from buying the high, and put your stop loss 35 pips below. Look at the huge bearish engulfing candle coming down on gold now. And if it closes down here in the next minute, this zone I'm going to make red. I'm just going to keep this zone. I'm not changing the size of it. I'm just going to change the color of it. Because if it comes back up green, green, green and gets rejected here, it could continue selling down. Then maybe gold will be a continuation sell. They trapped all those buyers up there right below the high of the day, and now they're slamming them down. And then it could just be sideways shit. It could just be coming down red, go back up green, come back down red. We might trade right back down into this box. And you see the frustration of this NFP, and people go crazy for this event. And some people are smashing their computers right now. They're so angry. They've over leveraged. They were in buys and they're mad. Welcome to the wild world of trading, where lessons are learned every single candle. Here's the close. We closed. Look at the sellers pushed it all the way back down below that white hourly line. Okay, so green to red. Stretch it into the future if we do come back up here. Now look at the volume. It's right back in this tiny, tiny zone right here. Right there. We're right back inside here. Okay, so when you're asking me about gold volume, this is horrible volume. Horrible. So again, I don't feel comfortable taking a trade in this yet. If I have to sit out, I got to sit out. I hope no one is surprised about this. If you want to see Ron get in a trade, I can get into a trade, but that's not the point. The point is to look for a good setup. This is still, to me, is still consolidating. It's still accumulating. Both sides are accumulating still. Buyers are buying and sellers are selling. Still, I don't see a direction yet. This could move either way. It could continue to go up, or they could slam it right back down. Okay, look at that. Came up green, green, green. They pushed it down. Okay, again, the volume is inside here. The time frame is 5 minutes across the board for both securities. 5 minutes. We're on the 5-minute time frame. Yeah, if Scotty, if you want to add EMAs, yeah, 9 EMA, we're below the 9. 200 EMA, we're right at the 200. So purple line is the 200 EMA on my chart. Green line is the 9 EMA. See where the EMAs are just, again, they're right here. So I don't have volume closing above either EMA currently. We can put the EMAs on NASDAQ. EMA green, EMA 200 right there, purple. Guys, I really wish we had a better NFP, but there's nothing I can do about the volume because it's awesome. Thank you guys for all the viewers. Hit the likes, guys. If it's your first time here, we appreciate you guys. Okay, so NASDAQ, it came back up, pushing right back down. Maybe it's got to test this green box again to rotate back up. Maybe it might form a neckline here. Just be patient. Okay, just look what's being created. It created that high. Okay, it's coming right back down. Will it find some support here and maybe come right back up? But as it comes back up, remember, you're coming into resistance right there. That's where they could drop it. Then it's kind of like a double top pushing down and they close it below here. Then all of a sudden we got NASDAQ pushing down at 9 a.m. We're about 10 minutes away from 9 a.m. We haven't even hit Wall Street yet. Gold got rejected and really starting to break this consolidated box. So we've been barcoding in here since 8:15. Red, green, red, green. Yes, we had the NFP news where it broke out of there, but it quickly came right back down red, and the volume is still right here. It's still in this box right here. Believe it or not, the volume is still concentrated in there. Yes, we did have that bullish breakout, and it's coming right back down. So we could have an impulse breakdown just like this wick, where it impulsively broke down, came back up. Will we close with some red volume below this consolidated box? We got 40 seconds to go. Here's the push down. Will it actually close red below here? Maybe we can sell maybe a pullback or enter on an ignited red candle and sell gold. Let's see. They've got enough volume where they got off of NFP up there, maybe to push this thing down. Last 30 seconds, I always tell you, watch how the body closes. Watch for NASDAQ, watch for gold. 20 seconds to go. Okay, so here's the close. Closed, ignited red, right away, it dropped. Will it come back up green? Or is it just going to be ignited and starting to move down? So it came down again. Still holding. Will it get to retest this zone right over here? Will it eventually ever come back up to retest this? Right here. How I'm making it red. Okay, now it's trading in it. It's a hammer candle coming into it. Will they reject it back down? So you see still how it's holding that daily point of interest right here. Has not broke this yellow line. Not yet. NASDAQ is trading red right in our green box. Will it find some buyers now? Okay, so now it's retesting. It's retesting. It's coming back up green, green, green. Will the sellers be here to absorb these buyers and push it back down? What do you guys think? Do you guys think that this was a good NFP price action, or do you guys think this is shitty price action? What do you guys think about this price action? For gold, let's all stay on gold. Let's just talk about gold, and then we'll talk about NASDAQ. For gold, not good, Sherry? Yeah? Okay, so it came in green, green, green. They just rejected it back down. It's a spin top candle. Spin top meaning 50-50, neutral. There is buyers and there is sellers currently. We still have 3.5 minutes to go on it. Gold, no good, my friend. Not the greatest, but let's just continue to be patient. Wow, Sangmish, today's profit $100,000. Congratulations. I don't know if that's what you did, but how much you leveraged to make $100,000 on this range, but congratulations, buddy. Okay, so you see a big bullish candle coming right back up, holding. Okay, and the volume is again right back in this consolidated zone. So it is trading sideways. We do have a nice little green wick coming out of the green box. 2 minutes to go into the close, and we're very close to 9 a.m. Eastern. So I still am waiting myself, not in any trade at the moment. I don't see any direction on gold yet. It's like it's it's bad. What do you guys want me to say to you? Gold is tough. It's not good trading volume. It's okay, guys, if we're not in a trade. Well, I'm just speaking for myself. I don't know about you guys. Someone made $100,000 over here. For me, it's just not good volume. I'm okay to still continue to be on the sidelines. I'm mature enough to understand that if I was in a buy, would I have got stopped out on this red candle? If I was in a sell, would I be getting stopped out on this green candle? So maybe I avoided getting stopped out just by looking at this. Would I have pipped and dipped out of this if I was in a buy or a sell? It's hard to say after the fact. That's why you do have to have a trading plan every time you take a trade. You got to ask yourself, are you scalping these candles, or are you holding for 15 minutes? Are you holding for 30 minutes? Are you holding your trades going into Wall Street? Are you happy if you sold that red candle and you got those pips and you've already gone down to break even, you've scaled out a little bit? These are questions you need to ask. I know what type of trader I am. I know how to decide for myself when I get into a trade what to expect. Yes, on these calls, I do try to hold the trades longer with you guys as much as I can, but if I made $100,000 right now, I would hire someone to come and shovel my driveway, and I would be on a flight going to Bahamas right now. I haven't made any money, so I need to shovel my own driveway. Uh, I don't. My kids are too lazy to go out there, even though they have no school today. Yeah, that's right. I should get them to go out there and shovel it, but they're too busy gonna play Fortnite all day and Minecraft. I don't know. Maybe that's the immigrant in me. I learned it from my dad. Even if I made $100,000 today, like the gentleman on YouTube, I probably would still go out and shovel my own driveway. I don't know. That's that's just the mentality I have. If my dad heard that and he said, "You paid someone to shovel your driveway," my dad would kick my ass. He'd be like, "Why did you waste $20 when you got two arms and you got two legs? You can go out there and shovel it." You'd pay your mother-in-law to shovel it. Boom, your mother-in-law, man. And Ms. Jacques, your husband is the same way. He's from Africa. I think it's, that mentality. It doesn't matter how much money you make or what type of job you have. You got to go out and shovel your own driveway. Maybe that's how I save money. Maybe that's how I can take that $20 and invest it in the markets. Go out and shovel your own driveway instead of paying someone. Take that $20 and buy a few shares of a company and collect dividends. Okay, gold. It's hurting my eyes. I need it's hurting my eyes, guys. It's red, green, red, green, red, green. Back in this box, red. Gold is doing absolutely nothing. The US dollar is dancing too. The US dollar is just dancing. NASDAQ, okay, it's got some support in our green box coming back up, but maybe we let NASDAQ continue to develop. Who knows? Maybe Wall Street might be fantastic trading. Maybe we got to wait for Wall Street. Unless you want to trade this garbage right now. Oh, Blair, do you want to unmute can you talk? Yoda, we need some insight from you on NASDAQ. Help us out, brother. Oh, the kids are home from school sleeping? Okay. But Yoda said he shoveled his with 2 repaired knees and it hurt like a MFer. Yeah, guys. Okay, so I have no position on gold right now. It's still, believe it or not, it's still consolidating. Like if okay, let's do this. If you take out NFP right here, this big candle and that candle, we're still look at the volume. Like regardless whether it was NFP or not. If you just kind of take that volume out of the equation, we're still right where we were trading right before NFP. So it really gold has not made a move yet. Okay. Yes, it did make this big breakout and then came right back down. But we're still right back in here as if NFP never even happened. Here's NFP 830, 835, 840. Right there. The first 5-10 minutes. That's it. And we're right back inside here. So to me, we haven't really missed anything. Rich, well, welcome. Thank God it's Friday. Yes, yes, end of the week, guys. But let's not do any mistakes. It's a great day. Fridays are awesome days, getting ready for the weekend. But don't do anything silly, please, guys. Take Fridays serious in the markets as much as you can, because it does psychologically affect you going into the weekend. If you make mistakes, it won't. If you made $100,000 like a gentleman on YouTube over here, you're gonna have a fantastic weekend. But for the others, not everyone can make $100,000. I'm still trying to make $10 here. Gold is having erectile dysfunction. Acon, yes, maybe it needs a little bit of Viagra. Maybe it needs some help. It doesn't have a boner candle yet. Blue Chew? Yeah, is that? Oh, Andrew Schultz has been promoting that on Flagrant. That's a great podcast, by the way, guys. Okay, so it's 9 a.m. now. 9 a.m. Let's take a look at the hourly candles. Hourly. Okay, look at the hourly on gold. Okay, so we had that mixed reaction the last hour, and um, hourly candles still consolidating. NASDAQ is building something on the hourly, um, building a little something here. Okay, back to the 5 minutes. Scotty, Dow has a nice 3-bar play forming on the 15 minutes. Yeah, I don't doubt it. Sometimes indices are better to trade than gold, guys, but I'll leave that up to you guys to figure out. I don't want to push anyone to the Dow or NASDAQ or this or that. You guys got to figure out what is your favorite security to trade. Get to know its behavior. Get to know how it moves. Yoda is just jealous about the Dow. Never disrespect Miss Jones. Thank you. Yeah, I know Scotty. He can't scalp it like we do. He's not like us. Blair, it provides no broader picture to the market. I don't care the picture to the market. It provides a broader money in my pocket. It's easy to scalp. that's it. There's no I'm not going to debate this. I can get in on a 1 minute candle and get 25, 30 pips with zero drawdown, make a daily wage, and I'm out. That's it. I don't need to justify that. It pays the bills. Exactly. It's good enough for me. Whatever it wants to do in the broader market in the United States, I don't care. That's politics. I'm not about that. I need to pay my bills and I need to make $10 for someone to come and shovel my driveway. That's what I got to do on today's call. Whatever can make me $10. Guys, gold is like, wow. We have to be very patient to see what gold is going to do because it's just playing games right now. It's just playing games. Okay, you sold gold right now, Scotty. I think maybe it's developing something. But guys, just let's pick up on clues. It came up there, bullish, bullish, bullish. They rejected it back down, so we got lower highs below the red box. We got a shooting star candle coming down. 12 seconds to go in the close, but the volume is still concentrated in this real tight consolidated box. Red, green, red, green, red, green, red. Still the volume is in here. We haven't came out of this zone. Yes, it did momentarily right there, but then it came right back up at 850. So really, guys, is it going to continue push down here? We've got to continue to wait it out, guys. Unless you want to take a position, whether you're a seller or a buyer, I would recommend, this is just me making recommendations, go on a smaller feeler trade, something insignificant that's not going to stress you out until maybe you figure out where it's going to go. Then you can add a position to your trade. But right now, either small positions on gold, whether you're a buyer or seller, it could go either way, or just continue to wait it out, guys. Like, I know it sucks. Everyone's like, wow, this guy is still waiting. But sometimes in trading, you need to learn to wait. You got to learn to be patient. Okay, again, the sellers are pushing it back down here. Will this candle close below here? Are we getting more red supporting volume closing below here to justify selling gold? Or is it just going to be another move where it comes down here, buyers bring it right back up? Okay, so we got to wait for this candle to close to determine that. I know it sucks because everyone, when they see a red candle coming down, they want to hit the sell button. But it could just sell and go right back up, just like it did here, just like it did there, and just like it got a wick right now. So sometimes, yes, you might miss out on an impulse trade, but you got to continue to wait it out. And who knows, maybe later this afternoon might be much, much better trading than what we have right now. Okay, maybe after Wall Street. So I keep telling myself that. Like maybe there's going to be better volume, so I don't just make any mistakes here trading this garbage, because I know maybe later on there's going to be better volume, clearer volume, trending volume, where it's clearly making, let's say, lower lows and lower highs, lower lows and lower highs. Maybe it's bullish volume making higher highs and higher lows. Now sellers have taken control. Okay, so full red candle. 2 more minutes and 30 seconds go. They've taken out that previous low. They've taken out the point of interest. Okay, so now sellers are really pushing it down. We'll figure out where this bar closes, and we'll also figure out where about 50% of it is. If we get a pullback, maybe we'll sell the pullback. Okay, so 2 minutes to go. NASDAQ is still holding here. So if you guys are also, okay, I'm talking a lot about gold. I'm not talking too much about NASDAQ, but NASDAQ, it's still coming in this green box, still respecting it. You had that bullish candle that broke out of there. It came right back down, retested it, coming right back up. So there is good, so far, short-term support on NASDAQ, right around 50% of that big bullish candle that was created on NFP, still holding. Will we get the next leg to come through here, or is it going to sell below here? So continuing to wait on NASDAQ. Gold finally is doing something here significant. Got a nice big red candle. And will it close below this daily point of interest? That's also important too, below this yellow line. Okay, nice reaction to NASDAQ coming down there, pushing up. It's a bullish pin bar, maybe a hammer candle that might continue to trade into here. If you're trading NASDAQ, gold, let's watch gold. Now the last 30 seconds. Let's all pay attention to the last 30 seconds, how this red candle closes, where it closes. How, okay, so what I mean by how is, will it close right near the low? Will the next bar be an ignited just drop? Will we wait for a pullback to come back up? See now how about 50% is now this yellow daily point of interest? Okay, so maybe our higher time frames are going to play out here. Let's see. Here's the close in 5 seconds. Close. I just see it flash green. Okay, and then flash red now. So it needs to take out this low to continue to drop. Okay, if you take the sell, you're going in right now. Okay, and then you need to figure out where you're going to put your stop loss. If you're waiting for a pullback, then we need to wait to get a pullback maybe in around here to sell off of this. Okay. Will it pull back to us? Maybe. We've got to kind of wait for it. Let's figure out the zone. Let's do it with the Fibonacci. From that big red candle, okay, just to make an accurate zone, from the open to the close, right there, there's 50, okay, and then now what we can do is we can kind of bring our box up to right there, one notch above and one notch below. Okay, so we've got a zone. If it pulls back, maybe we sell the red box. Yes, I love that, Adrian. You want the pullback, same with me, but there's no guarantee. Absolutely. There's no guarantee that it will pull back. Right now, there might be a pullback maybe 10, 15, 20 minutes down the road, maybe an hour down the road. But there might not be a pullback. It opened red. This could continue to drop. But if we're being the patient, the disciplined trader, then what we want to do is we want to see it come back maybe green into here and then get rejected. Then maybe we enter a sell and then maybe it will push down. Okay. Samuel, the guy that made 100,000, probably he should have his own YouTube channel and teach us. I agree. I agree. I agree. He should have his own YouTube channel and teach us how he did that. Or he's completely full of shit. We get that a lot. People coming in. I made $1,000,000 on that last candle. I made 100,000. I can. I don't believe anything, guys. I'm sorry. I'm too old for that. Okay. But yes, I agree with you. He should definitely have his own channel and show us how he did that. Blair, you're on. You come here, you shovel my driveway. I'll give you $30 if you come here and shovel my driveway. Give you $30. It's a good deal. 30 bucks. Yoda, it's on the line. Good exercise too, Aaron. Yeah, it is. I shoveled it last night and I was huffing and puffing out there. Okay, so we're still waiting for a pullback coming into here. Now, okay, so if you did sell, okay, it did push down all the way down there, 26.24 and 1 penny, and coming right back up. Okay, so is it going to come up green, green, green into our zone? Maybe we get a sell here. NASDAQ is still holding pretty strong right here. Let's see. Now it's a hammer candle. So hammer, we know, is the second strongest candle next to the bullish engulfing. So maybe it will have enough volume to come back into this zone where we could potentially look to sell up there. It might not come all the way up there. Maybe it needs to consolidate here, and next candle will come up green. Okay, so again, I'm waiting for trying to get a pullback. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Do I ever DCA? Not in this type of forex trading. No. If I more stock market agent, like with MicroStrategy, something that I own equity with Apple, with Nvidia. Yeah, I do dollar cost average in. DCA, Aaron, dollar cost average in. Crypto. I've been buying crypto since 2010, 11, 12. I'm pretty good with crypto, but dollar cost averaging in is if you're, for me, my opinion is an asset that you believe in, that you're holding long term, not for scalping for 5-10 minutes. I'm talking about you're looking to hold that security for 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the road. Then you don't care for the day-to-day price. Like if Apple is 200 today and I'm holding Apple for next 10 years, and I buy it at 200 and it comes back down in 6 months to 150, I'm going to be buying it at a loss at 150 to bring my average down to 175. But you got to know how to scale in with dollar cost averaging in. So like I'm going to use this number because we're using the psychological 100,000 number. So if you have $100,000, how do you allocate that? Let's say today's the day you want to buy Tesla. Do you put your entire 100,000 in Tesla right now at the price, or maybe $20,000 you put in on Tesla today's price, and then if it pulls back 5%, 10%, then you can add another $10,000, $20,000 in. If it pulls back, and you keep lowering your average until Tesla starts to go back up. But again, you got to have some capital. You got to have a good portfolio to do that. Obviously, the more capital you have, the better. I don't do any dollar cost averaging in if I'm using margin from a broker. I don't do that because they can screw you. I only dollar cost average in if I'm in control of the trade with my own money, my own capital. Because you know that Bitcoin move that happened last night? 1 minute, it dropped six, seven, $8,000 in a minute. All of the long traders that were using leverage got liquidated. 2x, 3x, 5x, 10x, 20x, they all got liquidated because they were using margin. And you don't think that institutions and can just come down there in 1 minute and trigger all those orders and take you out of your position because you're using leverage. For those traders that are using their own money and not using leverage, maybe they withstood that. Maybe they were buying in when it was 15, 16,000, 20,000, 30,000. So even a dip like that doesn't really affect them because their average is so low. They got a good dollar cost average and they're not using leverage. Okay, so look at what we're getting on gold. This is a pullback, okay? So it's coming right back up to our zone right now, okay? So do we want to sell right away a bullish candle or do we wait to see how it closes? Remember what we did last session with that pending order sell on gold and it put us in a little bit of drawdown, but after the call, if you guys remember, after the call, it dropped 150 pips. That was I haven't been with you guys for a couple days on the lives, but I would have done that live with you guys to show you guys. There's the push down, okay? Okay, so we missed out. Those pending orders got triggered right there. As I was talking, I missed out on it. So got to wait for this. So if you had a pending order at the bottom of that box, you got triggered, you're in profit right now. For those that are still waiting, we're waiting. 50 seconds to go. How will it close? It triggered some sells right there. Will it continue to be a shooting star candle down? Can we sell the next bar? Can we sell this bar? Will it come back up green? Maybe allow us to sell again and get in here. We're 10 minutes away from Wall Street. Can everything change during Wall Street? Absolutely, everything can change in Wall Street. Okay, so 15 seconds to go into this close. Okay, so here's the close. It's a bearish pin bar. Might turn into just bullish. So it closed with a little bit of green volume. Here's the red. Will it come back up green? Is it going to kind of maybe consolidate here right before Wall Street's open? Are we going to flag in here? Will it continue pushing down? Will it come back up to? It could definitely come right back up to test this red box. Okay, now we got a red candle pushing down. If it breaks, I'm potentially going to look to sell this. But then I got to know that I'm selling this going right into Wall Street. And it could definitely turn back on me and stop me out right before Wall Street. So we'll see if it continues to drop. Let's see here. Okay, I'm going to go in to sell on gold. I'm going to place my stop loss above that red line up there. Okay, so my stop is above the red box if it comes back up. My stop loss is above that daily point of interest. My stop is above that previous 5-minute line that was creating that support. So my stop is right there. Okay, 26.35 is my stop loss. And profit, I'm going to see maybe if it can trickle down to the low of the day. Possibly, maybe going to get stopped out right before Wall Street. Who knows? Or during Wall Street. I'm not risking my entire portfolio on this account. I'm going to try a sell, continue with this selling volume. If we can, what I need is more red volume to come down here and close and work this way down here. Might need to trade inside here and continue this choppiness. Who knows? If it comes right back up green, 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 maybe I'll get the rejection at this red box and continue to push down. We'll see how everything develops. I'm in a current active sell on gold on the 5 minutes. And NASDAQ too. NASDAQ, it's hasn't made a significant move. It's still kind of consolidating right in here. Hasn't really made a move yet. We got to wait for Wall Street. Wall Street's in another 8 minutes. Oh, I hear the neighbor starting the snowblower. Maybe the neighbor will snowblow my. I'm gonna have to get him something, a gift card or something. Okay, so 90 seconds to go, and this 5-minute candle will close. See if the sellers are still present in here in this supply area. And then if everything is working out accordingly to this, I'll add a second sell. Like if it comes up here, I'm still in the trade, I haven't been stopped out, and it comes back down, I might add a second sell. But I don't want to add until I start to see it coming back down into this area. No, Agent Smith, I'm not dollar cost averaging in. This is a feeler trade, my first trade, and then I add more of a confirmation trade. It's got nothing to do with dollar cost averaging in. It's just seeing if this trade will this will develop, and then with confirmation, if I have a red body closing below there, that's where I add the majority of my trade. I don't dollar cost average gold or like I only do that with stock securities and equities that I believe in, that I'm holding long term. It's worthwhile averaging in. This, if it gets stopped out, it gets stopped out. I'm not averaging in. Then the trade is void. There's no reason to average in. If the green volume closes above here, it's going bullish. I don't. Why would I average in more? Like I'm just trying to scalp for a few minutes here. No, confirmation. Second sell confirmation. So if it comes down red, closes below here, retest that, that's my confirmation to take a second sell. First one is a feeler size trade, nothing significant. So if I get stopped out, it's not the end of the world for me. I figured that, made a mistake selling the bottom. Then I gotta close the trade, take a little loss, not a significant loss, regroup, and come back. Trading is about feeling out the market, testing it out, getting your feet wet. seeing what works, what doesn't work. You can take small, insignificant trades to figure out the market. You don't always have to go all in. I've been trying to say this for 5 years now with you guys. Some of you guys are listening, some of you guys are not. And what you do with that information is on you. I can't get stressed out about this anymore. I'm losing sleep at night. So I don't know how else to explain it in trading. Okay, so we're 2 minutes now away from Wall Street market open. So Wall Street is going to be an injection of volume. Whether you're trading gold, whether you're trading NASDAQ, there's going to be much bigger volume-based candles than what we're seeing right now. So be prepared. Okay, that's why I have a stop in case it goes green, green, green. I'm stopped out. But I don't want it to go green, green, green all the way up here and not have a stop loss. So that's my maximum risk on this trade. It could also come down red, red, red. Some of you guys are still waiting on the sidelines, and I respect that too. I don't know why I got a little antsy in here. It's maybe because I haven't been in a trade for over an hour now, and I don't know. Maybe just took a trade to be in a trade. I don't know. But I'm in it right now. I'm in some current drawdown. Got to continue to monitor this and not make excuses for this. It is what it is. 60 seconds to go. The volume is still in this red box, pushing down. Will it come back down? NASDAQ got rejected right here, coming back down to the green box. Lots to watch, and bigger volume coming in the next 40 seconds. Last 30 seconds too. I always watch that. Okay, the red bar coming down. Will it close kind of 50% below that green candle? Will it come down a little further? Is it going to close higher? All of these things. I'm looking at all of these. Same with NASDAQ. NASDAQ coming down. Is it going to close right below this green box and continue pushing down when Wall Street market opens? Watch that. Here's welcome to Wall Street. Okay, so you got a green bar opening right now in the green box for NASDAQ. We've got red bars still in this consolidated area, still in this trade. Kind of what I want to see is red volume, push down, close below this wick, this wick, this wick, like close below here, maybe retest this, have enough red volume to take out that low and drop further down into here. That's the idea that I want to see on gold, but buyers are still present in here. Nice push on NASDAQ. Again, this is only the first minute. Lots of volatility. Came up green, 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 and they rejected it right back down. Shooting star candle coming down. Okay, if it breaks kind of right here, breaks the green box, breaks that 200 EMA, NASDAQ could potentially start to sell down in here. Lunar, you learned about feeler trades from me. Awesome. Good job. Yeah, they do help, guys. I learned too. The use of feeler trades kind of changed the game for me. I was reviewing my journal for months and months and years and finding out that I was making a lot of critical mistakes on first trade of the day, getting your feet wet. I was going in too much, taking bigger losses when I could have prevented that. So I figured out, how can I prevent that? What can I do? So I take a smaller trade, my first one, to kind of get my feet wet, see what's going on. And then if it's confirmed it's going in the direction I want it to go, then I'll add another position and slowly start adding in. And then if I make a mistake on the first trade, it's not doing anything detrimental to my profits, my account. More so my mindset. It's not destroying my mindset. I'm just trying to pick up on some clues on what's going on in the market. Okay. We got a double bottom on NASDAQ. Wait for this candle to close. 2.5 minutes. See the direction? It went up, came back down. It's going back up. Gold too. Came back red, going back up. Green. Okay. It might close above here and then take me out of this trade. It might come back down red. Who knows? I cannot determine where it's going to go until a candle closes. You can kind of guess where it's going to go before it closes, but to get full confirmation, got to wait for that body to close on the particular time frame you're on. So we're on 5-minute candles. The 1-minute candles, if you're watching those have open close 3 times now. If you're watching a 15-minute candle, you still have 13 more minutes to wait for that first 15-minute candle from 9:30 to 9:45 to close. So every trader has their time frame. Every trader is watching their own individual candlesticks. Every trader is waiting for closes. Some are entering on impulse. It's the nature of this game. Some people are more disciplined than others. That's something that needs to be learned, not taught. Okay, so I'm hanging on to this trade just by a little bit. Again, we'll determine where the volume finally closes in the next minute and 10 seconds. Okay, so it did come up. How many times did it come up here? Came up green, they pushed it back down. Came back up green, they pushed it back down. Okay, so it's telling me that the sellers are present there currently, but buyers are present here too. They're the ones that are pushing it back up. So if green volume event closes above here, yes, could continue to go to the upside. If red volume comes and closes down here, we could continue this sell down here. And it's still trading the volume, still in this consolidated area, right below this red box. NASDAQ is making a good move. Double bottomed, coming up, might close. You might get a pullback buy on NASDAQ to cut through this all-time high supply. Palantir reaching an all-time high, $74 Palantir right now. Holy shit. Palantir was like $30 like a month ago. Okay, so here's a close. We got a spin top bullish candle. It closed with indecision. Okay, remember it came down red, went back up green, came back down red, and it closed with a little bit of green volume. This candle now opened red ignited and pushing down. Okay, so it's pushing down where there's buyers here, and there's buyers. So the buyers stepped in with a higher low. So they're here. The sellers are selling into them, but the buyers are bringing it right back up. And this white line NASDAQ is trading going to is that hourly resistance. Remember, here was resistance, there it got rejected, there it got rejected. Here it broke out. This was yesterday at noon, the move that's what created the all-time high right there. And then it pushed down. So you see NASDAQ is revisiting this area. Okay, so can NASDAQ break through that hourly resistance? And that's the all-time high, the top of that red box. 21,535, that's NASDAQ's all-time high. We're not too far away from it. So if you're trading in here in NASDAQ, just understand that this is all-time high supply. Gold, again, it came up here, lower high, lower high, lower high. Our red box is being respected. Okay, now we got a red bar candle coming down. Now what we need to see is a closure below here. I don't want to just come down red and pick up a wick and go back up, because then we got to play this consolidation game again. We have 3 minutes to go on this candle. We're right back down to see, will it break and give us that official red volume close below here. See, every time it comes down, the buyers are there, coming right back up. This is that sideways game. You got to prepare yourself mentally for this game. Buyers are buying and sellers are selling. The volume is still consolidating inside here. Someone is going to get squeezed out of this equation at some point. Okay, so if it continues to come up here, I'm going to get taken out. There's my stop loss. I'm taken out. The buyers win. If it comes down here, closes red below there, retests this and drops, then the buyers, their stop losses are down here. They will get taken out. Okay, so there's only these two directions it can go. The third direction is it continues to accumulate and consolidate in this neutral box area. Eventually the volume will spill down here or to the upside. I'm placing my bet that it's going to go to the downside, but I can be completely wrong on this. I have to wait for closing volume to confirm that. I'm kind of going in on a feeler trade right now. Do you guys understand this mechanics of trading? If you understand these three arrows, then you can understand trading in a nutshell. You understand how volume works. You understand the game of being patient and disciplined, because gold is not just going to trade in here the rest of this today. It's eventually going to either go up here or it's eventually going to go down here. It's just when. Is it going to do it in the next 5 minutes or in the next hour? That's it. And then how much are you willing to risk to hold the trade before it goes either down there? How much are the buyers willing to risk for it to go up here? Okay, maybe their stop loss is like right below this low or a little bit lower down here. Okay, and NASDAQ is still pushing, guys. Okay, so last 30 seconds, and it's showing me that the buyers are taking control of this candle going into the close. The way how it came, red, red, red. This was a big bearish bar all the way down here, and the buyers stepped in again. We cannot break this critical area. They're coming right back up where they could flip this volume and turn it into a hammer candle. Then they control this candle, and the next candle has a high probability of being green and cutting through this resistance and going right through there. Okay, so here's the close. Close with a little bit of red volume. It's a pin bar candle. Next bar opening green with that momentum off of that wick, so it's natural that the next candle just opened up green, flash green, came up. Sellers are still present, but pushing it down. But when they push it down, they got to continue to fill all of this wick. So again, the volume is still concentrated in this box. Hasn't been the greatest session for gold since we started this call. It gave us this garbage volume, then it did push down, pulled right back up. Can we get that next leg pushing down? So if we look at it from up here, from 730, it made double top, lower high. This was all NFP up here. Then they pushed it down for a lower low. It came back up, lower high. Can we push down for that next leg down? It's not happening currently. And NASDAQ hit that white line. So that white line is that hourly resistance and got rejected 2 times. Now it's coming back down. We'll see if NASDAQ gets volume to close above the white line, use it as support to go for that all-time high. Right now it's coming down. Gold, again, coming down red, 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 filling the candle. But now I want you guys to see what I go through every single day when I'm scalping these candles. The headaches that I get watching these things. Because look, it just came right back down and the buyers are still there. So I'm telling you the importance, if we can get red volume to close below here, it can change this entire depth of market in 5 minutes. But you see, look at these equal bottom lows. Every time it comes down here, they're saving it from dropping. Look at it. It's I'm happy that you guys can see this live. That's one thing. I'm happy that you guys can see this live and to see what you go through mentally and psychologically when you're in a trade. Look at that. It came down 2 times, these big bearish bars, and came right back up. It came down again, a big red bearish bar, same point, and went right back up. Like, and then now, look, it's coming right back down. So every time it goes up, it's trapping buyers and continuing to come right back down. But can they just close the deal? You know when you're like shaking someone's hand and you're shaking the hand and you've confirmed a deal? Can these sellers confirm a deal and close it below? Let's watch. 2 more minutes to go. So far, they're breaking it down, but where will the official candle close? That's the question. Okay, so it peeked its head down here again. It's got a higher low from that low, coming right back up. Where will this volume close? In the next 90 seconds, we'll determine where it closes. NASDAQ is pushing right through that hourly resistance. All-time high is the top of that red box. Might be a new all-time high. 21,550. Nice psychological area. Like right here, 550. Determine what happens if it gets up there. Okay, so how many times have you guys counted has it came up and they're pushing it back down? How many times have you counted? It went up, coming back down. If you guys are in buys on NASDAQ, congratulations. Good job. And look, the last 30 seconds again, buyers are stepping in and pushing it right back up. So this candle could flip, could come back down. It's the game playing right now. Okay, so you see how much respect there is by buyers down here. It's coming up. They might flip that entire volume in 10 seconds to go. Efren, you concentrate on whatever you want, brother. You concentrate on whatever you want, okay? The chart is here for you to concentrate on. Whether you want to take trades, that's up to you. I'm trying to break down gold because I'm in the gold trade right now. Okay, and can you guys see if you add multiple orders, like you see how many times you could have added a sell when it was that big red candle, adding a sell, and it came back up. If that big red candle when it broke and you added a sell, it's coming right back up. That's why you got to wait for volume to close to add positions. Agent Smith, that's what I was saying. For me to add a continuation on a sell, I don't want to just add on impulse candles because I would have got sucked in again and then now I'm in 2 times drawdown. Okay, do you understand what I mean? I'm waiting for that official red bar to close down there. The sellers cannot close the deal down there. They're coming down there, but they cannot get that handshake. That's what I'm trying to say. They can't close the deal. So buyers now, maybe they're going to close the deal up here and they get the official move and start bringing it up here. All of the sellers who have stops here will get stopped out. NASDAQ, new all-time high right now. It just broke a new all-time high. Okay, so any pullbacks, if you're trading NASDAQ, look for a pullback buy back down to 21,503. That's the hourly right here. your hourly, maybe fair value gap. If it comes back down there, that's where you could get a pullback buy on NASDAQ. If you don't want to buy the all-time high right now, right there. So we respected this green zone. So you can stretch that zone into the future. We've moved out of this accumulation area right here. And there's your new all-time high, tagging that psychological level, 21,550. If there's any pullbacks, stretch this later this afternoon and see if you can get a pullback buy in here. Unless we can figure out where 50% of this big candle is. Yeah, Blair is extremely happy about NASDAQ. I am too. Because I'm extremely happy if NVIDIA can start moving. Or MicroStrategy and NVIDIA too. Okay, so if this gold candle closes above here, breaks out of here, my stop loss is right there, 26.35. I know Noor is all about that NASDAQ candle. Good job, guys. I think what I'm going to be doing going forward on these calls is doing just in indices like US 30 and NASDAQ and S&P. Gold's been shit as of late. I'm getting sick of this security watching this thing. But I know this is all you guys love on YouTube and everything, but it's just headaches trading this thing right now. Like indices are clean. Oh, believe me, Scotty, I'm looking at the Dow too. I got multiple monitors here. Yeah. Maybe I'll make the shift for us on we'll do dual monitor, we'll do dual screens, split screens on indices. Maybe I can maybe shift you guys getting off of gold too. If you guys are struggling with this, it's a tough security to trade. Gold is very, very difficult. I'm an index trader. I do trade US 30 daily. I don't trade gold very often. I trade it with you guys on these calls, but I don't really trade it. Okay, Scalper Pro buy just came in. Okay, so any pullbacks down? Is there a zone of support that's been created right here? I can see it now. So this is how, guys, I set up my charts with utilizing the Scalper Pro. Okay, I'm going against it currently, but it just came up. So right there, there's a zone of buyers. Stretch that into the future. If I ever get a pullback, that's where I'm buying. Okay, even the Scalper Pro came in. So I'm going to get stopped out of this gold trade in just a second here. I'll leave it right up to that maximum amount. Okay, gold is stopped out, guys. Took a stop on gold. So any pullbacks, I'll be looking to buy here at 26.27, right back down in the green box. So you see this battle, the buyers won it. Sellers tried right there and right there, could not confirm with any closing volume below there. And the buyers now can follow this path of this arrow to maybe trade back up to this resistance. If it now this box can be green as well. If you're looking to scalp 1 minute candles, got your zones kind of moved out of this consolidated area and above the 90 MA right now. NASDAQ new all-time high. See guys how I use these levels? 21,550. It closed above it. It retested that 550, that psychological number. Look at its new high, that 25 pip increment to 575. That's why I always ask you guys what type of traders you guys are. If you're more of a scalper like myself, 5 minutes, use quarter increments. Use 225, or sorry, 525, 550. 575. You see the top of that wick, it's 575. If it continues to go, you're looking at 21,600. Next 25 points. Count it up. If you're more of an hourly trader, you're going more 100 points increments from 500 to 600, from 600 to 700, just depending on what type of trader you are. Might be a bullish Friday on indices. Okay, so I haven't looked at US 30 with you guys, so let's just briefly look at Dow Jones. Oof, that's okay. So Dow, again, I love Dow, but this big candle was the NFP and trading sideways. Red, green, red, green, red, green. Oh, like this is ugliness too, as much as I hate to say that, but box all that in and wait to see if green can continue to close up here. Red, will it sell back down? But NASDAQ is cleaner. NASDAQ is the winner today. Beautiful on NASDAQ. Okay, so you remember this big red zone here? That was that all-time high supply zone. Let me go to the daily chart to show you on NASDAQ here. So if we go to the daily, remember this zone. Okay, look at your daily candles now on NASDAQ. Got this nice move coming up here. That was the all-time high supply. Look at today's daily volume is breaking through there. So this is all price discovery up here. Where it could go up to, again, you could use your Fibonacci extension to figure out levels above you, or you can kind of just use your mathematical numbers, the whole psychological numbers, 25 points each if you're more of a scalper, or 100-point moves if you're more hourly trader. Your next block would be 22,000 is your next psychological block up there. But what you can do is, going forward today, if we close with this green volume above this box, flip that box green going into the weekend, because this box might be ongoing long-term support. This might create depth of market. You can even, if you want right now, if you want to make it green right now, any pullbacks, if it comes down red, 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 you're trading maybe at the top of the green box, more, there's your fair value gap right there. There's the bottom of the green box and your next zone. So these are all levels where you could buy pullbacks this afternoon on NASDAQ. Okay. And gold, it's tough right now. Gold is difficult. NASDAQ, cleaner play. Guys, I gotta go out and shovel the driveway now. I didn't make my $10, so I gotta go out and shovel the driveway. If you want to join SST, guys, there is this NFP deal going on. Maybe I'll pay Dave to come and shovel the driveway. NFP, where is it? This promotion right here, guys. NFP 2024 is the coupon code. You can save yourself $100 off to get you everything here. Trade all of the live sessions. Get the Scalper Pro, what I was utilizing for gold, getting the Scalper Pro indicator, SST trade ideas, all of the education we have, webinars, the Discord community, the blogs, courses, boot camps, everything we do here, guys. If you want to join the community, we would love to have you guys here. We appreciate all of you guys. We appreciate all of the support on YouTube and Zoom. Thank you guys. I want everyone to have a fantastic weekend. If you watch UFC, there's great UFC fights this Saturday night. Enjoy those. Congratulations to the NASDAQ longs making a new all-time high up here. Tech is still moving. Watch your bigger name securities too. I'm watching MicroStrategy as of late. I love rinsing and repeating this security. Nvidia, 145 still hovering around there. Let's see what's moving the markets, big names. Palantir, this thing is crazy. 75 bucks a share right now. Not much. Not much going on. Shopify up 5%. Pot stocks up 4 or 5% if you watch those things. Who knows? Maybe America will federally legalize. If you're watching Bitcoin, guys, Bitcoin too. Bitcoin is exciting. All altcoins, shit coins, meme coins, Haktua coins, whatever you guys are into. All of that. There is money for everybody to be made and money for everyone to lose. Make sure you're not investing in the Haktua scam coin, okay? Be smart with your money, okay? Be smart. Look at the daily on Bitcoin. This is exciting. Okay, we had yesterday's craziness, but we were at $104,000 up there. And I'm curious to see today, will it close above 100,000? Unbelievable, Bitcoin's run. And if you want to look at that candle that dropped, that was like 1 minute. It dropped from 97,000 all the way down to 92,000. That was a $5,000 drop in 1 minute. Those took out a lot of high leveraged traders that were going long, but got taken out in 1 minute. Okay, this is the brutal side of crypto. It's very volatile. But that's something interesting to be watching as well over the weekend. We are long Bitcoin here at SST. Love the project, love the idea, love the technology behind this, and hopefully it can continue to rip. Okay, guys, so that's all for me. I got to go out now and shovel a lot of snow. Hopefully my neighbor did it with the snowblower and I can just go buy him some Tim Hortons coffee, and that would be good. I'm kind of waiting to see if the neighbor will do it for me. I know it's an asshole move, but he's good like that, and I take care of him with some gift cards at the LCBO and at the beer store and at Tim Hortons and all of that. So he's a great neighbor. So guys, have everyone a awesome weekend. We'll see you guys. If you're going to continue trading, join the Discord, guys. Share your charts, share your analysis with the team. Bitcoin is $500 away from that 100,000 again. Okay. Next week, guys, we'll update the schedule. We'll have a webinar next week too. And for the lifetimers, Sunday morning, 10 a.m. I'll see you guys on our lifetime session, 4th session. Please come prepared, and we'll see what's going on with you guys. Okay, everyone, have a great weekend. God bless everyone. Have a nice time with your family and friends this weekend. Take some time off also from the charts, but do spend maybe 1 hour reviewing your journal, your entries, mistakes, good things you guys are doing in the market, all of those things. Continue studying, and I need to study too. I got to study the gold trades, maybe move more to indices, US 30 and NASDAQ on these calls, and get away from gold right now. Maybe that's what I got to do. US dollar is recovered and pumping right back up to 106. Have a good weekend, everyone. Enjoy. Where are we from? We're from Canada, where we got a lot of snow and cold weather. Have a good weekend, guys. Thank you for joining. Subscribe to YouTube and join the team, guys. Take advantage of the deals if you want to join the team. And join the free Telegram group and the blogs. Thank you, guys. Have a good weekend, everyone.
Recording stopped.
Guys, good morning. Welcome to the live session of Stock Sniper Trading. My name is Dave, guys. My partner is Ron. Let's get down to business here, guys.
In on US 30, sell. Okay, I'm jumping in. Guys, that's a 100 pip drop. Yes, we caught it. Hey, guys, 200 pips, please secure.